Radio Shropshire. Interested to know what you have found while decluttering your house. A lot of us have been spending more time at home, having a bit of a sort out. There's a serious reason that we're asking this, and that is that it's Hoarding Awareness Week. If you have hoarders in the family, you'll know, well, first of all, how common this is, but also how serious it can be. Jo is from Hoarding Disorders UK. Morning to you, Jo.
Good morning.
Just tell me a little bit, how many people are hoarders?
Right, well, we reckon that up to 2 to 5 or even 6% of the population are affected by hoarding behaviours.
And hoarding is, as I mentioned there, it's a serious issue, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, hoarding is a mental health disorder. You know, it is not a lifestyle choice. It's not about people that are lazy, that don't wash up for themselves. You know, hoarding is very much around having an emotional attachment to items and not being able to let go that easily.
What sort of impact does that have on their life and their lifestyle?
Well, I mean, hoarding on the extreme side of things can mean that to some, it might mean that you can't sleep in your bed, that you can't cook on your oven, and that the functionality of a home can be severely compromised.
So how can people manage their hoarding, especially during lockdown, as we're in at the moment?
I know. I mean, it's proving to some people, they're finding it quite helpful because it means that they're actually confronted by their hoard. And it's like some people go, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to deal with it when I've got the time. But actually that time has come because we're having to spend much more time in our homes. So we're being able to evaluate our space and our stuff that much more and recognizing that actually we need our space more than we do our stuff. So there's lots of mutual, I mean, I run support groups. We're not able to meet physically, but people are able to ring me, and there's lots of really useful stuff. And it's about getting used to flexing that decluttering muscle. You know, once we start with one area, we'll always start with the least emotional area. I mean, it's always a good idea, you know, for people that don't have hoarding behaviours, not to start with a photo album or your old love letters or your artwork from your children. Start with things that don't matter. Is where I recommend you start.
How do you get to that then? How do you get to breaking the sentimental attachment that people have to certain items?
Well, I think sometimes you think, well, I'm hanging on to this, but actually this is holding me back, and this is holding me from looking into the future. I'm reviewing all my sentimental things at the moment while I'm at home, thinking I don't want my children to have to get all of this stuff that I'm holding on to, you know, questioning why am I holding on to. Sometimes it's worth taking a photo of something and then deciding to let it go. And actually, once you decided that something can go, I know a lot of us are being challenged as to not being able to take things to the charity shop or to the tip with recycling unit, is label it up, label things up in a bag for later, you know, to go to the charity shop. So it stops you having a rummage later on, and, you know, you might then change your mind over what stays and what goes.
Are there common items, you know, items that more people hold on to than other items?
Oh, definitely. A lot of people hang on to old pay slips. I don't know, you know, because that's a reminder. Oh, look, I worked here. And I want to keep people hang on to postcards because it's a reminder. Everything acts as a reminder of happy times. We hang on to old favourite cardigans. We hang on to expense. We've got to hang on to it because it costs us money. So actually, by letting go of things, we feel guilty. So we hang on to things even though we might not like them. We feel guilty about getting rid of photos because we feel like we're dismissing the memory by throwing those photos away. It's complicated. People hoard for many reasons.
And I guess it can start quite small and then get out of control quite quickly.
Exactly. It's like, you know, I still haven't got round to reading the Sunday papers from 2 weeks ago. So you can see how, oh no, I bet I'm going to keep that because I need to read it. And then suddenly that pile of to reading it's too big, and then we don't know where to start. So yes, it can start with I'll read that later, or I might use that. So we have our just in case hoarding, and we have I'll look at that later, or we have that I'll use that in a project, or that might come in useful one day.
Have you got a story of hope for us, Jo?
Story of hope. Yes, I think our story of hope is actually, it's about reclaiming your space. It's not about getting rid, it's about reclaiming space and letting go. And once you start to let go, it can feel actually quite liberating. So yes, I think there are stories of hope, but it's about, you've got to create a vision of what you want your home to look like. And then with that vision, there comes hope.
You mentioned a lot more of us are having a bit of a sort out at the moment, and trying to disattach and get rid of the things that we seem to be attached to. How do you start doing that? You mentioned it's best to start with something that you're not so emotionally involved with. That's
right. So you might just start on an area. So, for instance, a lot of us are in lockdown with family members, so our spaces are becoming that much more cramped. So I always go, well, start small. Don't start with somewhere complicated. Go to visual impact. So as you come in your front door, what are you stumbling over that's blocking you? So I always say start in the hallway. Start in the hallway, because it then gives you, it's a quick win, and you can see the visual impact of that much easier. And then
once you've got that reward of seeing that visual impact and go, hang on, that looks so much better, you'll be inspired to carry on.
Yes, that's right. So start small but build up, and then and go for a quick win. So, and then identify if it's broken. When was it, and ask yourself, would I miss it? The chances are you wouldn't. When was the last time I used it? So ask yourself, and then wish it, does it spark joy in my life? No. So and then let it go, and aim for sort of, for feeling the space and celebrating that space that you've cleared.
What can the family and friends of hoarders do to help?
They can ask, what does help look like? So I think for many good intentioned people, they feel like they want to roll their sleeves up and just go in and get a skip and get rid of it all in one way. You have to remember that's your agenda, that's not their agenda. So I think, just being with them and asking, how can I help you, goes a long way in being able to provide support for the person you're wanting to help. Not forcing the issue on them, but just being really gentle and asking how you can help. That help might not be rolling up your sleeves and sorting all their newspapers out. They might just want you to be with them while they sort things, and then offering to take things away from them. But don't force help on that person. They need to be ready to want that help.
Jo, it's great to talk to you this morning. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jo from Hoarding Disorders UK, talking about it. It is Hoarding Awareness Week this week. There is help available if you want to find out more about that. If you put that into a search engine.